Hey my people, welcome back to this channel. You are going to love this episode like Mado. You're going to love this episode. So this is the case of Mr. Griffin and Raymond. Now, Mr. Griffin, you agree that you have been having an affair with your wife's sister under the same roof, right under your wife's nose, and he agreed to say, yes. And Raymond, you agreed that you have been sleeping with your own sister's husband. How did you end up sleeping with your sister's husband? And she was like, oh, at that point in time, I don't think very well. I'm still a little girl. I don't know this. I don't know that. And the judge was like, oh, okay. Now you are suing Raymond that she agreed that she was positive when you guys were having an affair, like when you guys were sleeping with each other under your wife's nose, and she said yes. And now you want to prove in court today that this child is yours or not. And the plaintiff said that is why he brought the defendant to court. Now today they want to know the paternity of that 32 years old girl. Like this, it's a way back, a 32 years old girl without a father. Like with you oh my goodness, you think you have secrets. You think you have secret. Where your own secret stop, that is where another person own start from. They were sleeping with each other, and the judge was like, Mr. Griffin, you go outside to cheat, you do all sort of things outside, but sleeping with your wife's sister, oh come on. And he was like, it was a mistake. And the judge said, okay, a mistake. Was this a mistake or a dishonest mistake? Guess what Mr. Griffin said? It was a dishonest mistake. Dishonest mistake for how long did this? Okay, when you say dishonest mistake, an honest mistake is when you do something deliberately and maybe later you find out that, oh, it was a mistake. Dishonest mistake is like, I don't know how I did it. Oh, I'm so sorry. And dishonest mistake always end up once, right? If I'm correct, if I'm not correct, let me know in the comment section. Dishonest mistake is like once, and you now realize yourself, say, oh, I'm not going back there. I'm not doing this again. Guess what? Mr. Griffin was having an affair with his wife's sister for 2 good freaking years. Oh, yes. 2 good years they were knocking under the wife's nose, and she was not aware. Judge told Mr. Griffin, so since you claim that it was a dishonest mistake, how long did it take you to tell your wife that you were sleeping with a sister? Talk now. They never did. They never did. They never told the sister, they never told the wife that they are having an affair under her nose. That was how she got pregnant. Guess what? This she getting pregnant for Mr. Griffin. Mr. Raymond was also having an affair with 2 other guys. So you're not pregnant. How come you didn't tell those other guys? You're not telling Mr. Griffin. And she said she was always with Mr. Griffin. Like she was always, they were always knocking Mr. Griffin, your own sister's husband. Guess what? The judge was like, oh God, have mercy. She was like, oh God, have mercy. This was not a mistake. This was a decision. That means you deliberately, constantly doing it. And the judge was like, there's no mistake in identity. You clearly know that this is your wife's younger sister. And he said it was an honest mistake or dishonest mistake. I'm sorry. You dishonest mistake for 2 good years. We're enjoying ta-ta-ta for dishonest mistake.
Your wife's sister?
Yes.
Regularly?
Yes. Often, very often.
Without protection?
Without protection.
Regularly? He said yes. Without protection? He said yes. And he said it's a dishonest mistake. Can you imagine that? Judge said you were sleeping with your sister's husband. So she said she thought that she was in love then. Like you thought you were in love then. This matter has really affected this 32 years old woman, the daughter that they are trying to know the paternity of now. It has really affected her because the judge asked her that, how has this affected you? And she was like, it has affected her all around. Like when she go and see the family, they'll be like, you look like Mr. Griffin, you look like Mr. Griffin family, you looks like them. And she was like, who is Mr. Griffin? I don't know her. Meanwhile, the mother has not introduced her to anybody, like any man, that this is your biological father. She has not introduced, because she's not even sure if it's Mr. Griffin that owns the child or the two other people that she was having an affair with. Nobody. She does not. That she have been taking care of this girl till she got married. Even when she got married, she said the thing has affected her. She lost her husband. Her husband drained and he died. And Mr. Griffin was like, oh, I'm sorry. The girl close to Mr. Griffin is Mr. Griffin's own daughter. So that was how George interrogated them and all of that, and they all were okay. So the judge was like, Mr. Griffin, because of the feeling of disconnection, you have not been in this girl's life for so long. You've she does not know anything about you. She have gone through a lot in her life, to the point that she lost her own husband. So she have gone through a lot. So what do you have to tell this girl? Mr. Griffin hugged the girl. She hugged the, I kept on saying a girl. She hugged her stepchild, hugged her, apologized, and they move on. 32 years of Mr. Griffin thinking that he was the biological father of that 32 years old beautiful girl. Like, he's not the biological father of the girl. That means that two guys she claimed that she was having an affair with, one of them might be the father of this girl. Where is she going to start from? They're going to start looking for their biological father now. Like, I don't get it. Like, let me say this. Why would somebody have the mind to be sleeping with your own wife, younger sister? Is she sweeter than, I don't know how to put it. Is she mature than the wife you claim you paid a dowry? Is she more sensible than the wife? Is she more brilliant? Is she more, like, why would someone do that? To the point that for over 2 years she has been sleeping with this woman. Not just sleeping with the woman alone, they did not even tell the wife. Now the wife thinking that, oh, my sister has gotten pregnant outside. Who got her pregnant? She will be asking herself, not knowing that her own husband was the one that was sleeping with. Take an instance that this girl is the biological daughter of this man, and they did not even see each other. It was only once they saw each other. Like, you're sleeping around. That is what some girls do. They sleep around. At the end of it, they don't know who got them pregnant. If you're sleeping with somebody, it should be known that this is this person you're sleeping with. But no, they kept on moving from John to Peter, from Peter to Paul, from Paul to James, from James to Raymond, from Raymond to Frank. How would you know who got you pregnant? Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next episode. I hope you learned one or two things in this episode. Please stay tuned, give me a follow, give me a thumbs up, and share this video. Also comment your thoughts. I'm not saying your comments, comment your thoughts on this video. Bye bye.